Hi, let's talk about creating an online presence. At first, I was going to mention that this really has nothing to do with developing or working on your digital footprint, but it occurred to me this is a digital footprint. This is your digital footprint that you create in your online setting. So when we think of a digital footprint, we think of photos, we think of text, we think of our presence online. And then we also think about how that can be used in the job world and such. But this is your online presence within the training or the class that you design. And if we think about our online presence, what happens is we begin to look at what's called the community of inquiry, which means we need to have teaching presence, social presence, and cognitive presence, which translates to learners need to have an opportunity to interact with the content. They need to have an opportunity to interact with one another. And they need to have an opportunity to interact with you as the trainer, as the facilitator, as the instructor. And if you provide all three, then you have a good, strong online presence. Now, depending upon your audience, that could impact how often you are interacting with them and such, but basically, you want to make sure that every time you present information, your learners have the chance to interact with the info, interact with each other, and interact with you. So just kind of keep that in mind. You have a series of readings this week with regards to the community of inquiry, and you'll have a chance to look at a few tools and websites. We will also talk about a splash page later on, which some of you may already be familiar with. And again, as I've mentioned in the past, it's hard to separate this from communication, from content, because it's all intertwined. But this week we're focusing on how you can create an online presence. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.